Elite gymnast Kara Eaker retires at the age of 20, alleging verbal and emotional abuse from her coaches. Wow. Elite gymnast Kara Eaker has decided to retire from the sport, alleging verbal and emotional abuse at the hands of her coaches as the leading factor in her decision. In a detailed Instagram post shared, Eaker, 20 years old, opened up about her experiences since joining the gymnastics team at the University of Utah. Quote unquote, I accepted an athletic scholarship at the University of Utah because I truly believe the school was a place where I could contribute to the community, be a strong asset to the gymnastics team, and be free to develop myself and future career.
Right.
But Eaker, a member of the U.S. gold medal winning team at the 2018 and 2019 World Championship and an alternate the Tokyo Olympics in 2021, alleges that she instead faced abuse from the coaching staff. Quote unquote, for 2 years while training with the Utah gymnastics team, I was a victim of verbal and emotional abuse. As a result, my physical, mental, and emotional health had rapidly declined. Said, I have been seeing a university
Wow.
athletic psychologist for a year and a half, and I'm now seeing a new provider twice a week because of suicidal and self-harm ideation and being unable to care for myself properly.
You said what now?
I have recently been diagnosed with severe anxiety and depression, anxiety-induced insomnia, and I suffer from panic attacks, PTSD, and night terrors. Wow.
Excuse me?
She claimed that the abuse often happened in individual coach athlete meetings. She was also mentioning how it'd be one-on-one, they'll yell at her, scold her, and essentially she would just sit there and have to take it. That's what she was saying. When she attempted to bring up the issues to light with university officials, Eaker claimed that they were not quick to act on her claims. She wrote, quote unquote, one administrator denied that there was any abuse and said, you two are like oil and water. You just don't get along. You simply don't get along. What is your problem? To say I was shocked would be an understatement, and this is a prime example of gaslighting. No coaches were
Right.
named specifically in Eaker's post, but the University of Utah's gymnastic program head coach Tom Farden has previously faced allegations of abuse but retained his job. Wow. So you would, because when you hear things, you're like, could you just be sensitive? And it's like, well, someone else said that you were doing this too. And that means you probably were doing this, okay? When I read that, I was really thinking about just look at other gymnasts and just other people who have had other things going on. Obviously, you don't want to compare and all that, but it is what it is. Look at Simone Biles, look at Gabrielle Douglas, them two being Serena, Venus Williams, all of them being black, Tyra Banks, all of them being black, saying you're not good enough to do this, you're not this, you don't have the right body type for this, you're not, strong enough to do this isn't something that you should be doing, you should be doing something else. And they all excelled in what their careers were. 3 different careers that I just mentioned, and they all excelled. Now, granted, a lot of this was based on race in these cases, but my point is you have a lot of barriers that many people have faced. They have a lot of barriers that they face, whether it was something that they physically could not change or someone just hating on them, whatever the case may be. And they didn't allow that to handicap them. They didn't allow that to be like, oh, well, you know what? I just got to stop. I'm just going to retire. I'm only 20 years old. I guess I'm just not going to be America's next top model. I guess I'm just not going to win that medal. I guess I'm just not going to do this. I guess I'm just going to, they looked at that and they were like, you know what am I going to do? Let me change this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Or let me just push it ahead and let me keep going. I just feel like this. You're allowing other people to have power over you. Granted, like I said, these are mental health issues that this woman had, so that's upsetting. But I'm just saying, if she wanted to really continue to do gymnastics and do all this other stuff, what really came to mind was, I think it was Tyler Perry's, I think it was Medea Goes to Jail. It may have been that play, I'm not sure. But there's a line in there where she was saying you have people who are dead in a grave and they still have power over people who were alive and living. They still have power over people because you're allowing that person to have power over you. You know, you're allowing that person to be like, you know what, you ain't ish. You're going to be a McDonald's worker, which apparently is what they said during the meeting. They were like, you're going to be a fast food worker. You ain't ish and all this kind of stuff, you know. But you're allowing that person to take power and take control over you. You're allowing their words to hit you so deep, hit you with like a knife. And you're like, you know what? I guess I'm really not ish. I guess I'm really not this. I guess I'm really not that. Of course, this woman, she mentioned that her self-esteem was greatly affected and all that kind of stuff. But I just feel like this, if this is something that you truly, truly, truly want, and not just a hobby, but something like, okay, I want to be the best. I want to be among the top people in this, you know, sport or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying like, oh, suck it up or anything like that. But I just feel like it comes to a point where you may just have to be like, you know what? I just got to do what I got to do. You know, I got to do this. I got to, you know, fix myself. I got to, you know, learn to love myself. I have to learn to improve myself and not let all of these harsh critics and all of these negative critiques of me, you know, take a toll on me and not have it pretty much be what I am, because I know who I am and I know what I am, and I'm a good you know, gymnast. I'm a good XYZ, whatever the case may be, and I feel like she should use it to turn it into something positive, as opposed to making it being like, well, I guess it is what it is, you know, I guess I'm just gonna retire, you know, even though I love this and I dedicated so much of my life to this. I mean, bygones will be bygones. I guess it is what it is. You know, I just feel like maybe what she probably should have done was be like, you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm leaving this school because y'all on some ish. But I'm gonna go to a different school and I'm gonna accomplish my dream. I'm gonna accomplish my goal. That's what I think should have happened. But you know, people are gonna do whatever they are going to do, and that's her decision. You know, it is what it is. As long as she gets help, because I mean, she's seeing a therapist twice a week now. You know, which I mean, that's significant. You know, and she was saying that she was having, you know, harmful thoughts and stuff like that. So hopefully everything gets well for her. But if this is something that she wants to do, maybe sometime in the future, 5 years from now, whatever the case may be, I say, you know, just keep persevering and just keep moving forward. But let me know what you all think about said story. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and also leave a comment down below. I would also appreciate it if you could go on ebay.com, simply type in Latrice Limited, click on shops, and then you can support me right over there. I have a wide variety of items over there. I have many of my own personal Latrice Limited items, which has candles, bath bombs, soaps, essential oil blends, lingerie robes. I have a whole bunch of stuff. I even have comic books on there, men's ties, action figures, a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Definitely support me on there. Like I said, do not forget to like and subscribe, and thank you.